The storm had been raging all night, lashing our small town with relentless rain and howling winds. I was all alone in my apartment, curled up on the sofa, trying to ignore the angry weather outside. Suddenly, I heard the front door creak. My heart skipped a beat. Who on earth could be out in this weather? A sharp knock on the door startled me, and when I opened it, there she was. Soaked to the bone, a wrench clutched in her hand, her uniform plastered to her body. She was the plumber the building had called for the broken pipes in my apartment, but standing there, she looked less like a plumber and more like a hero in the midst of chaos. "Hi," she said, her voice steady despite the storm. "You called about the leak?" I just nodded, my voice caught somewhere between admiration and nervousness. "Yes, come in." "Please, it's freezing out there." She stepped inside, shaking water from her jacket, and that's when I noticed her eyes sharp, warm, and somehow incredibly tender. There was an intensity in her gaze that made my pulse quicken, and I tried to tell myself it was just the storm and the adrenaline of having an unexpected visitor. As she got to work under the sink, I couldn't help but watch her every move. The way her hands moved with such confidence, the way her dark hair clung to her face in damp strands, the way she occasionally bit her lip when she was concentrating, it was mesmerizing. I had never been this captivated by someone I had just met, and yet there was something familiar about her, something that tugged at a hidden corner of my heart. "You have a really stubborn pipe here," she said, her voice breaking through my thoughts. "Looks like it's been ignored for a while." I felt my cheeks flush. "I guess I've been putting it off," I admitted. "I didn't expect it to get this bad." She smiled, a small, almost shy curve of her lips, and for a moment, the storm outside felt distant, almost irrelevant. "Well, we'll fix it," she said, her tone gentle but determined. "Don't worry." As she worked, we started to talk. It wasn't just small talk about the apartment or the weather, but real conversation. We talked about our dreams, about our regrets, about all the little things that make life feel both heavy and beautiful at the same time. Her presence was magnetic, and with every word, every glance, I felt this invisible thread weaving between us, pulling us closer. Then the storm raged louder. A sudden gust of wind blew open the window, splashing rain across the floor. She jumped back, startled, and I instinctively reached out to help her steady herself. Our hands brushed, and it was electric. I felt it deep in my chest, a spark I had never felt before, one that both thrilled and terrified me. I should probably finish up," she murmured, but neither of us moved. I wanted to tell her not to go. I wanted to confess the strange and overwhelming pull I felt toward her, but instead I just said, "Thank you for everything." She looked at me, and in her eyes I saw something unspoken, a question, a dare, a shared understanding that this connection, even though it was sudden and maybe even a little forbidden, was completely undeniable. When the repair was finally done, she hesitated by the door. She was still drenched and tired, but she wasn't leaving. "I guess I should get back to the storm," she said with a nervous laugh, one that perfectly mirrored the chaos outside. "Wait," I said softly, stepping closer. "Stay just for a minute." Her eyes softened, and she nodded. Slowly, carefully, we leaned toward each other. Our lips met in a kiss that was both gentle and fervent, a kiss that spoke of longing, of danger, of something that felt forbidden yet impossibly right. The storm outside raged on, but inside my apartment, it felt like the world had gone silent, like we were the only two people who mattered. When we finally pulled apart, breathless and trembling, she whispered, This shouldn't happen." "I know," I said, taking her hands in mine, "but I don't want it not to." And in that moment, amidst the storm and the fear of the unknown, we let ourselves feel what our hearts had already recognized. That love, even when it feels forbidden, is worth every risk, every storm, every single heartbeat. The plumber and I, strangers at first, had become a memory we would never forget. It was a love forged in rain, in courage, and in the kind of passion that defies reason but feels exactly like coming home. Thank you so much for listening to our story. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. We'll see you in the next one.